Hello, love beams. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and today I'm going to be sharing information regarding the upcoming new moon that is due on the 2nd of January 2022. Now, before we do that, have you checked out the video I put out earlier in the week around requiring validation, or as my guides would call it, spiritual confirmation? If you have not yet watched it and look for guidance or validation outside of yourself quite often, or even just every now and again, I really urge you to go and watch this video. Obviously, once you finish watching this one, go and check it out because it will most definitely assist your growth. Now, ladies and gents, lots of people have been asking me about this jumper today, as I did quite a powerful video on Instagram earlier. Now, if you are interested in getting one of these jumpers, do keep an eye on my stories on Instagram and Facebook, because we will be doing a new order in January. So do keep your eyes peeled for that one, okay? Right, so let's start by looking at the numbers that are involved in this new moon. So 2-1-22. Now, I appreciate this is a bit backwards for those of you in America, because it will be 1-2-2-2. However, I'm going to do it from the English way of dates. Why? Because I'm British. So just bringing that up into consciousness for my American followers. Now, when you look at the number 2122, you will be pleased to hear, thank the Lord, it signifies harmony, it signifies experiences, it signifies opportunities arising. Now we can all take a huge breath, sigh of relief. So as you guys know, there is no better time than a new year to bring in, new messages, new energy, and new hope. Because my gosh, after the last 2 years, don't we need it? Now, there is no surprise that this new moon is landing on the second day of the year. Now, the numbers as well as the energy around this new moon are suggesting changes that will lead to improvements are most definitely on the horizon for all of us. So if you are someone who has really found 2020 and 2021 a challenge, which I hasten to add is most people, then it is time to focus on the new that is coming through for 2020. Breathe. Take the time to allow this breath of fresh air to sweep into your consciousness. Remember, all is a choice. Now, this new moon, like many new moons, but this one is really, really perfect to start planning and manifesting. I've got a question for you. Did you finish 2021 with your vision board? If you didn't do that, it would be a really good time to do that now. So if you have already done it, it might be worth you just going back and having a little look at it and seeing that it is still congruent. I mean, a lot has happened over the last few weeks, so things may have shifted for you. You can turn, so this month in January 2022, you can turn your experiences, your expertise, your talents into money, which is the current energy. So let's not get a little bit caught up with the whole money thing. You can bring it in, you can turn it into all of your energies, you can turn into money under this new moon. Are you focusing on your heart's desires, or are you continuing to remain being caught up in the lower vibrations? Now, this is about being congruent. Are you living congruent to the lifestyle that you are looking to create? If the answer is no, now is the time to take action. It is most definitely the time to recognize what power you are bringing into this world. You can create anything that you choose. You, yes, you. It's time to make plans. It's time to remain open. And it's time to create that abundance that you know that you deserve. Even if you've got a bit of a block around it, you know that you deserve the abundance. Now, quite interestingly, two words came through massively as I was channeling this information. And they were, some of you are going to cringe right now, they were commitment and responsibility. Now, when they landed, I had a little giggle to myself because, you know, the Lucy of days gone by was a massive commitment phobe. So whenever I hear that word, I always just giggle to myself. But when I tapped in a little bit further into the energy that was coming through, I really felt as if there was two sides to both of these words that require our attention for our true growth, if that makes sense. So I felt like I would just break that down very slightly for you. So I hope that this helps you if you, like me, were a little bit cringe with those words. So let's start with responsibility. This moon is going to encourage you to recognize all of the choices that you have made up until now. The choices that have gone well, the choices that have gone not so well, the choices that have held you back, the choices that made you lazy, the choices that, you know, stepped you out of being who you were destined to be. It's a real ownership that we need to take of everything that may have potentially held us back so far. Now, the other side of responsibility is taking ownership or responsibility of what happens from here. Know you are capable of absolutely anything that your heart desires, but will you have the energy? Will you show up? Will you make the effort? Will you ditch your stories to allow that to take place? Now, with regards to commitment, this moon will raise all of the areas of commitment that have held you back. So I'm not just talking about relationships, which is where I was a massive commitment phobe back in the day. I'm talking about loving yourself. I'm talking about eating the right food, making the right choices, sleeping correctly, you know, taking time to be present. Recognize everything in regard to commitment where you have failed to commit, where you maybe have chosen not to commit in the past. Recognize them and bring them up into your consciousness in readiness for healing. Now, the other side of commitment is recognizing without committing, this year will be the same as previous years. So if you're not going to choose to commit this year, you're just going to end up at the end of the year in exactly the same place as previously. However, cheeky little caveat for you, cheeky little twist in the tail for this year, we must commit to the journey, the goal, the person. However, flexibility in our approach is the highlight of this moon. Be open to being guided. Your way may not necessarily be the best way, or the way to best achieve your heart's desires. So be open, ask for guidance. If you feel you've got to do it this way, but you end up doing it that way, don't worry about it. Allow yourself the flow. Allow yourself to be guided. Allow your intuition to kick in and really take you on this journey. I don't know about you, but who else is really, really, really excited about what's coming in? I am so freaking excited. I can't even say to you. I feel alive. I feel invigorated. I feel more ready to jump than I've ever felt in my life. Like I feel so ready to jump into a new year, jump into a new relationship, jump into a new me. And I know that that is, you know, it's so, cliche, Lucy. It's so cliche. But I do. These last 2 years have been icky. Comment below if you feel the same. Now, ladies and gents, as always, I am going to give you a little ritual to do if you feel drawn to do that. As always, as I always say, and I mean it, if it doesn't resonate with you, please do not do it. It's all a choice, so choose wisely, okay? Now, you might want to pause the video really quickly just so that you can go and grab a piece of pen and a paper so that you can actually write down exactly what I'm going to give you in the next ritual. Okie dokie, ladies and gents. I probably should start my videos, shouldn't I, by saying, guys, go and grab a piece of paper and a pen so that you can write this ritual down. But hey ho, I always remember at the last moment. So what are you going to need for this new moon? A pen, a paper, a piece of paper, more to the point, a candle, some music. Again, if you're drawn, essential oils, incense, smudging tool of choice is an essential, lighting equipment to be able to light your smudging tool of choice, and your beautiful, beautiful self. That's what we require. And now I'm going to step into the ritual for you. Okay, so step number 1, cleanse your aura. So what I would like you to do as you are cleansing your auric field, just say thank you for everything that has got you through 2021. Okay, because we have to be grateful for the fact that we've made it out alive. Let's be honest with you, like there's been some hairy times through the last 2 years. So just give gratitude, just say thanks as you are cleansing your auric field, and then say something along the lines of, I say farewell to the energies of the past and welcome in the new energies to assist the journey of self for the greatest good of humanity. Okay, so we're really manifesting that bigger vision with what we're doing this time around, okay? Step number 2, open your windows. Make sure your windows are open. We want to get rid of all that stagnant energy and allow the energy flow as you smudge, okay? Say something along the lines of, out with the old and in with the new. I welcome love, light, truth, and abundance for 2022 and forevermore. Okay? Now, step number 3, get your space set up. Light your candle, light some incense. If you feel drawn, diffuse your oils, play some music. Again, if you feel drawn, none of this is essential. It's just a nice to have. It will help set the mood. It will help get you into a really beautiful space. Now, just as a side note, I've listened to a piece by Milan a few days ago, and it was so incredibly beautiful. The cellular level activation that I received was unfreaking believable. So maybe go and check out what she has to offer. See if there is anything on her channel that speaks to your soul. It's certainly what I felt drawn to recommend you guys to on this time. Step number 4, I'd like you to sit in meditation, just peaceful for about 11 minutes. If you need to set a timer, please do so. Reflect on how far you have come and where you would like to go. It's very important in a new moon situation. We really do appreciate everything that's got us here, but also carve out, especially at the start of a new year, we must carve out how that is going to look, how we would like to shape the year ahead. Okay, so step number 5, take a piece of paper, and I would actually have 2 pieces of paper handy if you would like. You can do it all on one piece, maybe one side and the other side, but maybe have 2 pieces of paper, see how much you write. Okay, so on the first piece of paper, what I would like you to look at is what you are looking to bring in imminently. So in the next days, weeks, months, I would like you to focus on health, wealth, relationships, and your spiritual journey. They're the 4 areas that I would really like you to look at. Now, you might feel drawn to take a piece of paper, split it into 4 and put, I would like to lose 2 pounds, in the next 6 weeks, or I would like to, by the end of Q1 of 2022, I would like to have a side hustle and be earning £1,000 a month, or something like that. By March, I would like to have been on 5 new dates with people, so that I'm putting it out to the universe that I'm ready for a relationship. Like, this is between 0 and 6 months. Okay. And look at, like I said, health, wealth, relationships, and your spiritual journey, because remember, this is an awakening that we are going through right now. So recognizing what you need to do, where you need to focus, if you need to do a course or what you're going to do for yourself and your evolution, make sure that you get that onto paper. Once that is finished, ladies and gents, I would like you to look at where you would like to be in 6 months' time. You know, would you like to be in a relationship? For myself, I'm so ready to be in a relationship now. I really am so ready. I've done all of the work of getting rid of, you know, all of the nonsense that's held that back for so long. And now I am embracing it. And I'm really, really up leveling myself, putting myself in situations where in 6 months' time, I can say, oh my gosh, yes, I called all of this in. Again, I would look at the same 4 areas for exercise number 2, so 6 months. And you can also forward plan. If you'd like to plan to the end of 2022, please be my guest and do that, okay? Once you have finished scribing, and just to let you guys know, that might take some of you a little while. If you've done a vision board, it might be a bit easier for you, but however long it takes, just allow the flow, do whatever it is, okay? Then once you've done it, reflect on it. Have you covered everything? Have you been really honest with what it is you're looking for? Are you ready to take responsibility? Are you ready to commit to what you have written? Now, remember, as magical as we are, this is not magic. We do need to take action. We do need to show the universe. We do need to show our guides, our ancestors, etc., that we are congruent with the message that we are requesting. So if you are somebody that's like, I'd like to lose 5 kilos, in the first 6 months of 2022, and then you sit on the couch eating, you know, crap food and not taking action to eat more healthily, drink more water and do the exercise, then please know you are not going to have it delivered. We do have to take action, okay? Step number 7, once you are comfortable with what you have chosen, fold the piece of paper or the multiple pieces of paper up and place it under your favorite crystal or under your favorite tarot cards or whatever your favorite thing is, okay? Maybe under your pillow, who knows? And then what I would do, you know, I always put it under my beautiful amethyst crystal. And what I always do is, or what I'm going to do this time round, and this is something that's optional for you, and what I've put as step number 8 is, you may want to go back and reread it over the course of the 2 weeks after new moon. I don't know why, but I just feel as if those 2 weeks are going to be extremely important for us to make sure that we're cementing this manifestation and bringing it in to our beautiful divine selves and, you know, into the cellular level DNA. So it manifests with ease and grace. Ladies and gents, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I'm also going to be popping out a January energy update very, very quickly, and I will link it into this video, or I'll link it one way or another, guys, okay? So do keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm so excited for what is incoming. Let me know how you find the ritual if you choose to do it. Let me know how you feel about this new moon that is coming in. Are you excited about it? Are you ready for it? I know that I am. Guys, I will see you in the next video. Lots of love. Here we go, 2022.